Well, green flag comes down. Bacher will get the jump here, and they will take it off. We'll get Bossy and Disher all accordion up into one.
So Bacher takes the early lead, but here comes Disher with fighting back on the bottom, coming down to the back straightaway. And Michael Bossy also gets a good run. As Bleach in the 108 makes his way to the bottom, he's going to try and get around some of these guys down in that groove.
Down in through 1 and 2. Disher will be the new leader. Bacher trying to regain the spot on the outside. Disher got loose. Bacher checks up. They all get back together. Look at Winger coming up through the pack, Greg.
Winger doing it down the backstretch. He'll go by the former pilot of that car. But Brad Bacher says, no, wait a minute. The 98 and the 83 going at it side by side.
So Disher holding on the lead right now, but Michael Bossy's all over him, and he drives right in at corner number 1 and 2, makes a run to the bottom, and he'll get a good run coming out of turn number 2. Drive it into turn number 3, but Disher strong on that top side like we see often in this division.
Well, I got to talk to Lee Winger after a great run second last week. He said, I think I got it figured out, and he looks pretty good here in the qualifier. Bossy and Disher also having great runs here in the heat for themselves, as well as Bossy looks underneath Disher.
Great to see this run right now for Rob Disher. He had one of the best looking cars at the start of the season. That car was spick and span, and he's had to rip it apart, replace the nose piece. He's changed everything on that car except the driver, and he's out front finally getting the just rewards that he deserves.
So Winger now falling back a little bit. It's Bossy still right there for that lead as Billy Bleach made his way into 5th. Now he's challenging Jeremy Bean for the 4th spot going into turn number 3.
Well, Jeremy Bean got into the 83, that time off too. Here comes Bleach up on the inside of the 37, trying to work his way inside the top 4 through the middle portion of the groove as both Winger and Bean push up high. That opens up the door for Bleach in the 108.
Bleach is right there in that 4th position. He's tried working his way to the front, got moved back a little bit, and now he's working right on the back end of the 83 of Winger. 2 laps to go for Rob Disher as he leads over Michael Bossy.
So Disher still holding on right now as he takes the middle groove. Bossy trying the top side as here comes Bleach, last week's Fixer winner. He's making a run on the bottom of Winger for that 3rd spot as Brad Bacher in that 98 kind of surprised him to see him falling back right now.
White flag out for Rob Disher one more time around. This would be a great run for him. But here goes Bossy to the outside. Took a look up there. Disher will block the move a little bit. And now it's Bossy right all over the back cover of the 17 into 3.
He's got a good run on the bottom. Who's it going to be off a corner for? Side by side, Bossy wiggles a bit, and that opens the door for Rob Disher to cruise to the checkered flag. Bossy gets 2nd, Lee Winger 3rd. 4th is Jeremy Bean. 5th, Brad Bacher. 6th, Cam Hill. 7th, Devin Aviak, and Bill Bleach Jr. with a spin on the last corner. Unfamiliar territory will get the final position.
Guys, I saw smoke out of the back of the 108 of Bill Bleach right when he came by us here in turn 3, right as he spun out.
Inside the 40, Terry Osmond. Inside row 4, the 88 of Shane Pierce is outside. The 31, Barry Blanchard. And bringing up the back row, the 33 of Colin Court is outside. The 1 of Chris Dickey.
Well, getting set to go here. Green flag comes down. Mike Thorne will be the first one to lead him into turn 1. Kyle McGrin and Jamie Cox in the fight. Thorne continuing to make the front run go. Denning now looking on the bottom with the 12 of Heron on the outside and Jamie Cox for 2nd.
Mike Thorne leads the way in that 55. Brad Heron in the 12. He's got a win already this year. So does the car right behind him. The 44, Jamie Cox. They're right in the tire tracks of Mike Thorne as they come down to complete lap number 2.
So Thorne holding that lead right now, but Heron and Cox right on his bumper as Kyle McGrin had a bit of a rough start there, but he's got it back underway in that new car. Holding down as now McGrin goes for a little bit of a slide there in turn number 2. That allows Denning to draw back on him on the 8 car.
Thorne looking in a great line here, nice and straight, smooth down through 3 and 4. Brad Heron looking hungry in the green machine, number 12, trying to reel off that one gap, and now he pulls a little bit on the inside.
Taking a little sniff down to the inside. A pair of Camaros chasing that Monte Carlo as they'll come down at cross flags. Mike Thorne finally having some good luck go his way as he leads the way in car 55. 4 down, 4 to go. It's side by side for 2nd. Down to the inside is Cox. He'll take a peek to the inside of the 12 of Brad Heron.
Well, slick down there in the bottom, but Jamie Cox making it work right now as he's still to the inside of Heron. Now he falls back going down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, back in the pack, Shane Pierce, early season successful in that car in the 88. He's not doing too well right now as McGrin goes for a spin. He'll get the ship righted. That allows Ryan Denning to get around him.
Track still very loose. Look at Jamie Cox goes right to the bottom, and he'll make up a bit of ground on Brad Heron. Heron with sparks out of the back of the number 12 off 3 and 4. Cox trying to find a different line, but the outside groove, just like in the sprints, pays off.
2 laps to go for Mike Thorne, your leader. Brad Heron in that second spot, and it's Jamie Cox in third. Tommy, you touched on the 88 of Shane Pierce. He is the point leader after early success, but already he is only 15 points up now on Bill Bleach as Kyle McGrin has problems in corner 2.
The white flag comes out for Thorne around here. Tommy, as they come around, he's got a big margin.
Yeah, Thorne with a pretty good lead out front right now as back in the pack when McGrin went for a spin, they were 3 wide behind him, and Chris Dickey made a great move to avoid that. Could have been nasty, as now Thorne coming around to take heat race number 2 win. Behind them, it's a drag race for Jamie Cox and Brad Heron. Heron will get the second spot, Cox in third, Ryan Denning fourth, and Terry Osmond takes the 5th spot.
So one more heat race for the Esso Thunderstocks.
The 24K of Kyle McGrin.
Well, the field looks pretty good here. Guys starting to pick up more and more cars every week. Let's see what Bacher can do from the pole. Thorne had a great heat. Green flag comes out. Here they go down the front straightaway. Into 1. Thorne up on the high groove, and he makes the run around the outside of Bacher right now.
Thorne has that lead. Bacher slipping through the middle. Rob Disher's look extra racy here tonight. He slips by into the second spot. Here comes Jamie Cullen making it 2 wide with Ryan Denning.
Ryan Denning with a strong run on the outside of Disher right now. He's trying to take over that second spot. Jamie Cox kind of stuck right now in that 44. Now he takes it to the outside of Disher. And Brad Heron strong on the bottom. He'll try and take over that 5th spot for Michael Bossy.
Problems for Bacher. He faded back a lot in the 98. Leader now Thorne with Denning and Disher trying to reel him in, but he's pulling away to a car length and a half, up to 2 car lengths as they get back to 1.
Top 3 cars yet to win here in 2009. You got Mike Thorne, Ryan Denning, and Rob Disher all winless in 09. Your first winner in line would be the 44 Jamie Cox. So a first-time winner in 09, very possible at the front of the field.
So Thorne holding on out front right now. The 88 of Pierce and the 108 of Bleach, the 2 fastest cars we've seen this year in the Thunderstock division. So far not able to make up much ground on the leaders. They're mired back there about the 10th spot where they started.
Mike Thorne looking good out here with still a 2 car length advantage ahead of Ryan Denning and Rob Disher. All of the top 5 running the extreme outside here in turn 3.
Thorne leading the way. Denning right there in second. Their single file. Cox will be the first to step out of line as he looks low on Disher. He thinks better of it and tucks back in behind car 17.
So Thorne will come by to lead the 5th lap as Ryan Denning still holding out second. Disher holding down third, but he's looking for more. And Jamie Cox right on his tail makes a good move to the outside in turn number 1, but Denning slips, and that allows Disher to take the second spot away, come down the back straightaway.
Thorne looking good here to lap number 5, but still got 15 more circuits to make it around. Denning now feeling pressure from Disher on the inside. Jamie Cox looking to put the 44 up the middle, ends up on the back bumper of the 17.
Mike Thorne stretching out this lead now as the second and third place cars go side by side, battling for the second position. That closest lane for Jamie Cox. He's just sitting there trying to decide which car is going to go by for the second position.
So still side by side there for that second spot between Disher and Denning as they've been side by side for a couple laps now. Jamie Cox in that 44 not able to do much with either of them right now, and that's allowed Michael Bossy to get right into that fight as he's holding down the 5th spot.
3 cars battling for second now. Cox to the inside of Disher and Ryan Denning. That just gives a better cushion for Thorne to pull away a little bit more. All 3 of them going for second. Cox on the bottom.
How about this? They're going to make it 3 wide into corner number 3. Cox on the bottom, Disher in the middle, Denning up top. Michael Bossy added into the mix. What a fight for the runner-up spot.
into turn number 1 another time. Dinning still holding down that second spot somehow, but he's sliding high in turn number 2 every time. And Disher keeps getting runs, but he's not able to complete that pass. Jamie Cox still looking for a way around to the bottom, but Michael Bossy now right into that fight. He's going to try and get around both of the front runners.
Shane Pierce and Bill Bleach mired back in about 7th and 10th spots as they try and work their way up through the pack. They got a long way to catch this lead duo, and here it is of Thorne still getting even farther out in front now.
Tell you what, if you ask these guys from 2nd back to 6th, I bet you they all have big smiles right now. There's a lot of good, clean, close racing going on, and this is what you love as a race car driver. These guys putting on a show at the front. Meanwhile, Mike Thorne trying to finish the next 9 laps and find victory lane.
And looks like the left rear tire on the 31 of Bossy might be going flat there, as Brad Heron was able to make his way around. And indeed, that 31 definitely has a flat left rear tire. And we'll see if he can hang on for the last 8 laps here. Meanwhile, up front, the battle was on, but the caution is out.
We have red on the speedway right now, guys.
All right, folks. All right, we have a situation where we need the ambulance to come over to this side of the grandstand area. So we had to throw the red flag to get the ambulance through the infield.
Well, out of turn 4, we'll have 8 laps to go here for the SO Thunderstocks to wrap up their event here tonight. Will it be a metric car, a Monte Carlo, maybe a Camaro? Lots of the different types at the front of the field here. We'll see how this one shakes out.
Single file, Ryan Dinning to set the pace. Dale Shuneman with a green flag in hand. 8 laps to settle it. Who's it going to be? A pair of Monte Carlos going at it for the win.
So a good clean start there, and immediately Jamie Cox making a run on the bottom on both Disher and Dinning in turn number 1 and 2. Disher fights back. He's going to make it 3 wide going down the back straightaway.
Jamie Cox on the bottom, Disher in the middle. This might be Disher's first ever feature win too if he can get it done. I'm not sure about that, but it is Ryan Dinning working on the outside in the number 8.
Disher down to the inside of Dinning. He's got the 44 all over the back end. Don't look now, but here comes the 108 of Billy Bleach Jr. The caution may have played into his hand the best.
Ryan Dinning slipped on turn number 2 there on the last corner, but he's able to get back going. He's still strong on that top side. Jamie Cox not able to get around him yet.
Dinning's just not got to push it too high in 1 and 2. He still has a fast car, but he's got to keep that line, and Cox takes it away on him coming out of turn number 2. Jamie Cox will now chase down Rob Disher with 5 laps to go.
The big high five from Dale Shuneman. Rob Disher leading the way. Jamie Cox all over the back bumper of that Monte Carlo. Dinning not going away in 3rd. And Billy Bleach Jr. has moved up a lane a little bit higher than everyone else, trying to get a run on the top 3.
Yeah, he's trying to make it work up there so that he might have a way of getting around these guys if he can get to them. Although not really gaining much ground right now that we're back to green flag racing. And Disher still holding off Cox out front. Cox getting a pretty good run through turn number 1, but not much of a run through turn 2 right now, and that's allowing Disher to hold that lead.
Mike Thorne with problems in the 55. He spun out in 2, got going again with nose damage on that machine. Disher still clicking them down with just 3 more to go.
Disher leading the way. A bad break for Mike Thorne again as he spun over in corner 2. Got the car right around. Now he's got some nose damage, and he is going to see the leaders flying by him in a minute. With the yellow flag coming out as Kyle McGrin comes to rest in corner number 4 right in front of the leaders.
Kyle McGrin dead in the water down there. Not sure what the problem is for him. He'll get a quick shove.
Disher will set the pace off of corner 4. We've got 3 laps to settle it. Green flag in the air. Here comes Jamie Cox and Billy Bleach with a big run on the bottom.
Well, Bleach knows the rule here. When the green comes out, you can jump on it. Gets down there, rubs up with Cox and Disher. Quite a battle off of turn number 2.
And they went 3 wide down there, and everybody came out of it okay. Disher still holding the lead right now. Bleach trying to work on the bottom side of Jamie Cox, and here comes Dinning trying to make up for his bad restart there. He's back up on the tail end of Bleach now.
Well, now they're talking about penalizing bleach on the restart. We'll see how that one shakes out, but the call is still for Rob Disher now. White flag in the air for Rob Disher in the Lucas Oil 17.
Can Rob Disher get it done? What a popular win this would be. A friendly guy over in the pit area trying to get his feature win here, his first at least in 2009. He'll drive that bright orange number 17 Monte Carlo through 3 and off a corner 4. Put the checkered flags out. Rob Disher going to victory lane.
Jamie Cox will be second, Bleach third unofficially, then Dinning and Heron. But you'll see a very happy Rob Disher coming down to victory lane.
Going to be drawing the Disher.
And Rob's always got a smile on his face no matter what, but the smile's extra big tonight as you worked hard all winter and you finally got a feature win here at Oshwegan. How does it feel?
Feels fantastic. I owe a lot of thanks to all my sponsors for helping me, sticking with me for the rough times I've had this year, and I just hope there's more this year.
Well, the way you were running tonight, I think there probably will be. The last few weeks you've been looking a little bit more competitive and things getting together for you finally?
Finally, with no pit crew at all, I do everything on the car by myself all week long, and I try and get here every week, and I think I do a pretty good job of it.
Well, tell us some of the sponsors who help you get here every week, Rob.
I got A&A Auto Parts, Lucas Oil, B&D Auto Recyclers, Gino's Pizza, Mr. Subs Grimsby, Fine Kettle of Fish, Niagara Falls, and Jill Sizzling Fries and Steak Cabinets.
Well, congratulations. Here's your trophy. I think you'll find to put that in a special place. Congratulations. Feature win number 1 here in 2009 for Rob Disher.
All right, we'll let Rob get some photos here, and then we'll have him draw the winning 50-50 ticket. Again for Rob.
Nailed it. Those shows were